Hey guys, what is up? Thundercleese here, and I'm going to go over today how I set up power auras to deal with the new Fangs of the Father legendary daggers. As you know, what happens with them is as you're fighting, you build up a buff, and once that buff gets above 30, you have a chance to proc your wings, which will allow you to do finishing moves for free for 6 seconds. And the reason I use power auras is so I know exactly when they proc, and I also have it set up to show me when they're about ready to proc, so I know to be on the lookout for it and to get ready to spam finishing moves. So let's get on the training dummy here and take a look real quick, and we will go through and I'll show you exactly how the power aura works for me, and then I'll go through how to set it up. Okay, so here we're fighting the target dummy here, and you can see here's my buff right here, and it's at 31 currently. And so the way I have it set it up is I have these blue purplish things that come up when I'm above 30. Anytime I'm above 30, I have a chance to proc it. So I need to be on the lookout for when they do proc, which they should here any second. See, there they go. So I have a sound that indicates it, and also this little icon here. So as soon as I hear that sound, I know I need to start spamming Eviscerate. And then basically it starts over from the beginning. And here's my buff again, sitting at 1, 2, and then once I get back above 30, I'll get the little marks again. I'll show it to you again here. Okay, so you can see here we're sitting at 23. I don't watch this really, I just wait for my little power ore to come up. Let's just take this time. Okay, we're above 30 now, so it comes up. So I know any second that it can proc. Any second. There it is. So there you have it. That's how it works, and I'll explain how exactly I set it up within Power Auras. Okay, so we're going to take a look at how I have it set up inside Power Auras now. To get into it, you type /POWA, and that brings it up. Now within here I have a couple different things set up. First off, that's the buff that shows when it actually goes off. The other one, Shadow of the Destroyer, is the buff that shows when I'm above 30. So let's take a look at that one first. So we'll click on it and hit edit. And of course you can pick any texture you want, any color you want, all that stuff up here. And then down below, here's where we need to take a look at, you know, the settings for everything. So it's a buff on the activation by. Stacks, we want it greater than 30. And then the name of it is Shadows of the Destroyer. Make sure you spell it exactly right. And always click exact name, ignore case. It's cast by me. I have it show up in combat only while I'm alive. Everything else I kind of leave the same. So, and then I go into, I don't have any sound associated with it. I do have an animation, just the pulse, just so I can make sure it stands out a little bit when I am fighting. So that's how we have the buff, or the power aura that shows when the buff is above 30, and it could proc at any time. And as that buff gets higher and higher, it's more likely to proc. So now we'll take a look at the actual Fury of the Destroyer instead of Shadows of the Destroyer buff, and that's when the wings pop out and you have basically free finishing moves for 6 seconds. So we'll take a look at it. Again, you can choose any texture you want. Just make sure it's something that stands out, you can see. And then activation, it's a buff, stacks greater than or equal to 0. That's by default. And then the I should check exact name there. It still works. Fury of the Destroyer is the name. I always check exact name, ignore case. It's cast by me when I'm alive. We can also check in combat as well there. And you could also always check in party, in raid, if you want, but I always leave those by default. Under animation, it's just static. And then under sound, I have something I can hear that's distinct from the other sounds I have going on. So you could have that. You know, any of these sounds you want. It doesn't have to be that. That's what I chose. So it can be really anything you want. So that's how you get it set up. And yeah, it's pretty easy. And I just use it to get the most out of it. So, you know, so I know exactly when it procs. The big reason I use it is like if you're in a group stacked up with a whole bunch of other people, especially Tauren, you know, you don't always see those wings pop out. But if you have some sort of visual cue, an audio cue, it really helps know when those wings pop out just like that. So anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. And have a great day, guys. Thanks. Bye.